Alright, hello everybody. It's been about a year since I bought this car and I figured I'd do a quick review of it. So, man, it's just so good. What can I say? Now let's start off with all the things that are a little bit annoying. So we got that clutch pedal, so it slips a fair amount, but that's been sorted with a tank protector from a motorbike and just put that on. Aircon, driver's side only blows cold for some reason, but that's no major issue because I barely use the aircon as it is. Exhaust, this one has had the resonator in the middle cut out and replaced with a straight piece of pipe. It sounds brilliant, it's just not very loud. Stereo, it's good. I installed a Bluetooth adapter that the previous owner left me. Yeah, it just works. Everything's good. Got heaps of bass. I'm fairly certain it's a Bose audio system. Power output. 235 horsepower, 240 for the Veloce, 300 Newton meters. The power band is 2,500 to 4,000 RPM, I believe. Small turbo, but if you put it into sports mode, like I'm going to do now, before this corner, second gear. Oops, I missed that gear. Yeah, just a lot of fun. Oh, tight, twisty back roads like this. This car is Italian. It was made for Italian roads, which are tight and twisty, just like this. Just so good. I know I'm probably a bit under revving it, but it's fine. It's got massive power band. Just don't lug it because it's a small capacity turbo. Gear shifts. Now this gearbox, seeing as the car has done 198,000 kilometers, the gearbox is getting a bit worn out. As one of my friends put it, it feels like you're trying to ram the gear stick between two ball bearings to get it into gear. Now that doesn't really bother me. You can still quickly change it. I have put in a short shifter to help with the gear throws. That's been excellent. Yeah, just everything's good. It all just works. Storage space, it's got heaps of storage space. I can fit the mountain bike in here without taking off the front wheel, but the passenger seat has to be all the way forwards. So yeah, it's got heaps of space. I can put my desk in here when I need to move. Can fit a lot of things in here. It's even got more space than my dad's Kia Sportage, which is an SUV. How is that possible? Don't know, but I was also looking at the Renault Megane RS265, and that's one of those cars where the boot has a sort of cutout where you fit items around it. Now that really irks me because it just loses so much more practicality. In the old Fiat, I think it's the 124, they had a flat floor boot where you could just fit things in easily. I don't own one, I just saw photos of it, but I thought it was a brilliant idea. And this car just loves to be thrown around. It likes to rev out. Despite being a turbo car, it likes to be revved. You have to rev it a lot. I was looking at an FN2 Type R as well before I bought this car, and the whole point of that is to rev it out. Now, why would you buy one of those when for less you could get this car, which was brilliantly engineered and developed? The suspension's getting a bit old, but it's still very fun and sporty. The ride was a little bit hard, so I opted for 45 profile tyres instead of 40. Now, city driving, it doesn't really bother me. I'm just used to driving manuals all the time. So it's really no issue. until you get into the actual stop-start traffic, which is quite uncommon for me. If you're just into just getting stuck into low-speed traffic, then it's fine, just chuck it into second gear and clutch in, clutch out. But another common issue with the gearbox is that first gear is often difficult to get into. This car is no exception, but who cares? Press on the brake until you're slow enough to use first. And the big elephant in the room, reliability. Everybody says Fiat, fix it again, Tony, or whatever. Italian cars, avoid them because they're unreliable. Now this thing, well, Chevrolet with their LS engines, those are really old. I think they're from the 1990s, but using pushrod technology from the 60s. They are known to be some of the most reliable engines out there. The 1750 TBI in this car, similar concept. It's an old engine. It was first introduced in the 159, I believe, or possibly the Brera, the early 2000s. So 15 years later, when you're buying one of these, they've got all the reliability issues sorted. Oh, I got some nice uphill roads here. I like the uphill a lot more than the downhill. Oh, a bit of understeer there. This is just a fun car to drive. Then you can also daily. And back to reliability, there's only 3 things I know about, one of which is only on the older engines, and that's the water pump. They made the impeller blades out of plastic, but you can get aftermarket steel blades, which is what this car has, so you don't have to worry about that. The other issue, which this car actually did have, is the crank position sensor. Man, this car is just so much fun to drive. It's just so much fun. So the CPS often dies on these cars. It's no big deal. It just means that when you're driving at low speed, the car could stall. If you're driving at higher speed, then it'll feel like it's hiccuping. And that's all. It just keeps running. And then it throws a few error codes. Other than that, it's still a fun car to drive. And reliable. The other little reliability point is the... Oh, I always hated this corner. I always came through here on a motorbike. Oh, one lane. And when you're on a motorbike, you've got half as much grip, so you always have to slow down a lot. Oh, geez, they just opened this road. I was here probably 2 weeks ago, and it was all closed. I had to take Ridge Road to get around. But anyway, the last unreliability point is the coolant reservoir, the anti-freeze tank. They often get frail and break. This one, almost 200,000 kilometers, no issues yet. Still running good, still running well. And then the last point was maintenance. So when I bought this car, one thing that really annoyed me was that you had to remove the front right wheel arch to do a service. You have to do that to access the air filter and the oil filter. And I was out here scratching my head thinking, why is that? Why do you have to go to such an annoying length just to do those parts? Oh, it's Italian. Later on down the track, I went and replaced the cam belt. I did it myself. And then I realized that is a brilliant idea, aside from the maintenance. Because once you remove the front right wheel arch, you have access to everything, the entire front of the engine, the harmonic balancer, the camshaft, the belts, alternator, oil filter. It makes everything so easy and accessible. But the drawback is that the services are a little bit more annoying. However, that's not even a big L, because servicing, these things only need to be serviced like once every 2 years. It's got very long service intervals for some reason, which again, that's not very Italian. Why is it such a good car? There aren't really any quirks and features. The only annoying thing, which annoys me, well, there are two of them. So the wipers, they're automatic. You turn on automatic wipers, you turn off the car, you turn the car back on, and they're off. So you have to flip them again and toggle them. And just to add another annoyance to the list, sometimes when you go to flash your high beams, it will turn on those semi-blinkers. I don't know what they call it, but they blink 5 times when you half press the indicator stalk. It's common on Japanese cars. I'm not sure about European cars because I haven't owned many, but this car does it, and it's super sensitive. The soft touch indicators. So should you buy one? There was a YouTube channel, I think it's RE Driven, that said don't buy them because they're unreliable, without actually pointing out what goes wrong or the reliability figures. I say, if you're thinking about buying one, just do it, just dive into it. If it needs a cam belt to be done, sure, why not? That was like the easiest cam belt change ever. So to conclude, I've had an excellent time owning this car over the past year. It's so much fun to drive, it's very practical to own, it looks amazing, it sounds good, there's very little that needs to be improved on it. The interior is very luxurious and nice, it's got partial leather seats that hold you very well. What can I say? Mostly it's just been too reliable. If anything, there's very little I can speak ill of aside from the pedal. It's also at a price point which is very hard to beat, below the competition. Future upgrades, all I could think of are changing the steering wheel, seats, exhaust, and maybe a bigger turbo, but I'm not really chasing power output. So thanks for watching guys, and feel free to like and subscribe.